to Houston, Texas, and the home of the Rice Owls, where we are anticipating a full house of fans who give a hoot. A couple of teams trying to stake their claim to being among the best in the country in this top 25 showdown we have in store. As we'll see the number 17 team in the country, the LSU Tigers, taking on the 9th-ranked team in the land, the Rice Owls. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. Rice ready to kick it off and get this game started. The returner will field it and try to get some field position. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. So LSU's offense will have the first possession of the game. And here's the man they'll try to feed the football to no matter what the coverage looks like, Jesse.
He's their best player on offense, and I like the way this coaching staff moves him around and tries to create good matchups to take advantage of, David.
And that makes it so hard to defend. When a receiver lines up in the same spot every time, I can bring extra coverage. Man, use this guy all over the field as a weapon of mass destruction.
And they try the middle of this defense, and that is not happening. 3rd and 10, still backed up inside their own 20. This drive hasn't really gotten started. They're lost one deep down the right side. He's got it downfield for a huge gain. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, LSU!
I don't know how many people expected this to happen, playing on the road in this environment against a better opponent, but they showed tremendous poise on the opening drive. Nice execution. They score the touchdown. That was big time.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And the capper was a bolt of lightning, a touchdown pass from 84 yards out. He'll bring it out. It's Wheeler. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. The Owls offense headed onto the field. Our first look at them today. This matchup on the outside, Jesse, a big play weapon for the offense, a shutdown corner for the D.
They say big-time players make big plays in big games, so who gets the best of this matchup? That's going to determine the game.
Yeah, I mean, such a fun chess match. How much are they on each other during the game? The head-to-head matchup that everybody wants to see.
When you have a conference as deep and balanced as this Big 12 is, it's important to get off to a quick start in conference play.
Yeah, you're going to be challenged each and every week here in the Big 12 Conference. Since they've expanded, the quality of this conference has gotten so much better. So, David, big challenge here to make sure mentally your mind is right starting the season off today.
Yeah, I mean, to make your dreams come true, it starts one game at a time, the old cliche. But the Big 12, year in and year out, so many different teams that can beat you. So many different teams that can put points up on the scoreboard. Got to start fast in Big 12 play.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Just masterful working that sideline and getting the toe down for the catch. The Owls have it with a 1st and 10. Back to pass, it's Peace. Hines is tight end. This is the kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season, that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged, but when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, Palmer, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games. What are these teams about? Which conferences are better? You're going to get a lot of answers today.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. Rice will be forced to send out the punt unit. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Jesse looking to take it down the field for back-to-back touchdowns.
I think it's really important for them moving forward, too, to have a lot of balance, right? You want to be able to keep this defense guessing, Pollock.
Yeah, and you got me searching for answers after that last drive. You stack another drive on top of this, their defense's heads are...
And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes. Now facing a 3rd and long. Here's the snap, ready to cut one loose. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. Defense was not fooled by that screen to the back, and they'll stop him short of the marker. It'll be 4th down. Looks as if LSU will line up to punt it away. Sends his first one of the day on its way, and that matches the number of appearances he had in that win last week. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. First play of this drive will start from the 31-yard line. Pocket starts to collapse. He makes the connection. They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on 2nd down here. And they'll come to the line just needing a few chain links for a 1st down. Nifty little dance step. And the Owls brought to the ground, but not before picking up the 1st.
This is a guy that can find you the hidden yardage. That play, he just pushes the pile to get that 1st down.
They'll ride the hot hand. Bulls his way forward. Just a savvy, veteran, productive run from this junior. From the 44-yard line, the offense snaps it on 1st down. Going to the running game. And a 9-yard gain on 1st down leaves him with 2nd and short.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on 1st down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
And they make the tackle, but he has plenty for the 1st down.
Well, that's 2 very good decisions on that play by the quarterback, right? Number 1, not to hand it off. That was the right look to throw and do. And the second good decision was his guy was covered, so don't throw it. Just take off and get what you can get. You got to like the decision-making this guy is showing right now in this game.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
And a good job in coverage there. They stop it after just a few.
Glass half full, glass half empty, guys. Obviously great. They got a completion. Prefer that over incompletions or interceptions. The glass half empty. I mean, they made that 3rd down a bit more manageable, but not that much.
And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. Now on 4th down, they'll send out the field goal unit. The kicker will try to punch one through from 41 yards away. And it's right down the boulevard. After putting 3 on the board, the kickoff unit ready to go. Fielded in the end zone, it's Peppers. Gets it across the 20 to the 21, and not quite what he would have picked up just taking the touchback. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
From the gun, the ground game. And maybe they want to try somewhere else because there is nothing doing in the middle of this defense. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. He makes a catch. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a 1st down. The Tigers come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking to move it through the air. With the catch, it's Everett. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the 1st. On 2nd down, looking to throw. Caught. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this 1st period. Guys, LSU has the lead here. And we've come to the end of the 1st as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the second period. First down to start the drive after the bridge. They'll run the option. Quick toss. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7. 6th play of the drive coming up. Pre-snap motion, quarterback trying to get a read. Setting up the screen. They make the stop, but not before the screen has hit them for a first down and much more. Really good execution by this offense. From the gun, running back gets to give. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Well, that play didn't stand a chance. I mean, nobody even blocked that guy. And he's able to get the tackle for loss.
From the gun on 3rd down. Catch in the middle. It's Peppers. And the defense able to drag him down, but not before. They'll recycle that down marker. They've moved it into scoring territory, 1st and 10 from the 11. He'll do it himself. And he'll pick up 1. It brings up 2nd and 9.
You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who can step up and handle the challenge, right? This is easily one of the toughest games to date for both of these programs coming into this one. So there's a lot of eyeballs, David, on this game to find out who's mentally and emotionally the toughest.
Yeah, and we're going to point to this game as we get later in the year and big decisions are made. You've got a top 25 win. You beat them in the middle of the season, X, Y, and Z, so these are big for the resume.
And they make the stop, and this offense has it inside the 5, and they are threatening. Touch pass on the run. Touchdown, Tigers! And they made it to the house when they found that 6 points waiting on them.
And that's why this running back is so dangerous. It's not just handing him off the football, but he's a weapon in the passing game. You see his ability to catch it, turn upfield, make people miss, and find the end zone.
And the extra point is good, and they have an 11-point lead. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Hey, guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great top 25 matchup. Oregon has the lead right now in Eugene, but that typically dynamic offense just hasn't been able to pull away. They're up by a field goal over Fresno State. He'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. On the move at the 30. And he's running in the open. Tackle is made after the first down. Man, oh man, contact was optional. It was like the back was engaging in a lot of social distancing or something.
That was way too easy. Defense is about funneling the ball to the unblocked defender. You could tell they didn't have a clue what was going on. They got to get the ball turned. You can't let them run north-south and try to get it downhill like that, especially with that kind of speed.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Looking to throw, it's Peace. Unloads to the wideout. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play. Not the most productive half of this offense so far, but finally starting to get it in gear. First touchdown! Oh! What a catch and run for 6.
I think the days of running backs just running downhill are out the window. You better be able to do this. You see the playmakers slip him out of the backfield, throw him the football, he'll handle the rest, get in the end zone for the touchdown.
And with the extra point, they cut the lead to 14-10. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finish it up with a 15-yard scoring toss. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Back and forth we go on these last couple of drives, David. Everybody moving the ball.
Man, these offenses are in a rhythm. Everything they're doing right now is working, a lot of scoring. This puts a lot more pressure on your offense, Palmer, when you walk on the field.
And at this point, too, David, which defense can break serve, right? Who can get a stop? That's what it feels like is going to be the determining factor in this game.
And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
When it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. LSU will bring the punt team on the field. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Made a defender miss. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. Here comes the offense on first down. Fires to the big fella. He's like a pinball with attitude out there, hammering ahead to the 30.
I'll say this, man. In college football, you see a lot of bad tackling. You didn't see it right there. That was an awesome job. First off, being there at the point of attack. Once the tight end made the catch, there was no doubt he was going down. Great job for him.
He got a bunch and looked close to getting a lot more, but he's got the first down. Rice hoping to cash one in from the red zone. Off the play fake on first down to throw. He's got it on the run. He's run out of bounds after the big gain, and they are in business, first and goal. This offensive scoring position with a fresh set of downs. A little too anxious along that offensive line. That'll be a false start. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Let's see if Rice can get it in on first and goal. Off the play fake. Into the end zone. And swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Back to throw. It's Peace. Looking for the score. And he really wanted to get the touchdown there, but it's incomplete.
Well, the defense is making some big plays here right up against their own goal line. They forced 2 straight incompletions, now setting up third down. You're expecting pass again. Is this a situation where they're going to want to blitz, or do they stay back, play zone, and try to break?
And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. They recover their own fumble. Somehow, who knows how they got that thing back.
It's so hard to force fumbles, and when you do, you so badly want to get them. You're crawling, you're doing whatever you can to get there as a defender, but the offense fortunate enough to cover it back up.
And they'll send the field goal team back out for the second time tonight. He's already put 3 on the board earlier, this time a 38-yard try. It is good. So they're lining up to kick it off after that last drive. Put a 3 spot on the board, and now the defense will try to shut them down. He'll bring it out. It's Gore. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Finds the tight end. He'll get it out to the 25, not bothered at all being backed up, and they've got a first down. LSU quick to the line. Going up top on first down. Finds his man. It's Everett. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. Offense gets set for second down. The play action fake. Trying to get to him. They get to him as he throws. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
On third down, going up top. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Looks as if LSU will line up to punt it away. Slips through the line. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. Rice takes over the Owls, ready to get that offense cooking again. David, they couldn't pay off that last drive with a touchdown.
Now, they moved the ball down the field and executed like they wanted to until they stalled out and had to settle for a field goal.
I think if you want to take the next step, too, here and score a touchdown, you got to start finding more creative ways to get your best players the ball. Let's see if they can do that here.
Looking downfield, it's Peace. A strike downfield. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. It's now 1st and 10 from the 24-yard line. He's going to pass. Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29.
How nice is it as a defense when you can drop 7 guys in a coverage, only rush 4, and still get home? That makes you feel good if you're the D coordinator.
Gets it out quickly. And they're going to lose yardage there. The defense completely owning the front. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Makes the grab on the left. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. The offense burns its 3rd and final timeout of the half. They'd love nothing better than to add a 3-ball here before the break. And he'll need a little distance and accuracy, a 42-yarder from the left hash. And the kicker delivers the 3 to salvage that drive. And they'll trot off to the locker room after the field goal to close the half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
All right, fellows, the end of a very entertaining first 2 quarters of football in Houston. And we've got to start our halftime breakdown with this superstar running back. His elusiveness, his raw power. This young man is the total package. And his ability to catch the ball out of the backfield is a differentiator. A lot of guys can hit the hole. This kid can hit the hole and hit the home run in the passing game. And with that, let's send it back to the guys inside historic Rice Stadium.
LSU will put foot to leather to start the second half. Fielded in the end zone. It's Wheeler. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. Rice has the ball back, and they're ready to send the offense back to the field. They start this 3rd quarter with the lead, but they might want to think about shoring up that protection.
Yeah, the good news is you're leading on the scoreboard. The bad news is your quarterback doesn't feel like it because you can't protect him. So, David, adjustments in pass protection, that has to be something they were talking about here at halftime.
100%. Just you can't get him hit that much. He's still doing a good job delivering the football, but if you keep hitting the quarterback enough, man, they'll start to see ghosts, they'll panic, and they'll make some of those mistakes.
Finds a little bit of space. He'll get 3 out to the 15. You've got a 3rd and manageable, backed up in your own end, but convert here and you get some momentum. Looking to throw, it's Peace. He's right on target. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. Rice going to work with another 1st and 10. He wants to throw. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion? The incomplete pass leaves him with 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Finds his man.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
They'll try to muscle their way forward on 3rd and short from the 29. To the ground to try to pick up the 1st. Really nice, patient job to find some running room by this junior.
Another good run. Man, he has been picking up yards in bunches today. Jesse showing off all the skills.
And he's showing no signs of slowing down, David. This guy just gets better as the game goes on.
And the defense gets to the quarterback.
And how about the strong safety on that blitz? Great job timing it and also getting to the quarterback. Sometimes you're going to have to negotiate around tight ends and running backs, and that strong safety, he just beelined into the backfield.
Quickly to the tight end. And that defense is there to guide him out of bounds after a short gain. Now trying to keep this drive alive on 3rd and long from the 45. From the gun, wants to pass. Wide open downfield. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands.
Offside. Defense.
And the offense didn't need to accept the penalty thanks to that big play. The Owls look to keep this drive humming. They'll throw it on 1st down. And he can't find a receiver, and down he goes.
And the defense has given up some plays, some passing yards on this drive. You want to stop that? Nice job rushing the quarterback, making him feel a little bit of pressure and getting him on the ground and now getting him behind the sticks.
Gets open down the middle. He's brought down. Solid pickup, but a little bit short of the 1st down.
And those slot receivers nowadays, they're little water bugs, man. You can play touch football in an elevator to lose to these guys because they're so quick and so dynamic. Get open and catch the football.
Using the back as a receiver on the screen. And the Tigers just can't get a stop on 3rd down.
Hey, man, sometimes you get the perfect play call at the perfect time. That time the defense blitzing, offensive line allowed everybody to run upfield, and they slip in the running back screen, and behind it there was nobody there to make a tackle, and this offense generates a massive play.
Defense a little too eager. That's an encroachment penalty, 5 yards for the offense. I mean, they're about to run out of plays. 12th play of the drive coming up. They go to the ground. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
When a running back has had as much success as this guy's had so far, listen, defense has got to cue in. They got to cue in to him. He's priority number 1, number 2, and number 3. That's a good start to maybe turning this defensive effort around.
They get him stopped at the 2, but it'll be 1st and goal. New center downs right on the doorstep for this offense. To the air. It's Peace. He wants it all. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line.
Well, that last incompletion is a good example of why your timing has to be so good as a quarterback, because the windows, they open and they close so quickly in this part of the field.
1-step wrap, 2-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground. Now it's 3rd and goal. They're going to run it. That just never had a chance as they controlled the middle of the field and stopped him in the backfield on 3rd down. So here comes the field goal unit again. This kicker has already made 3 in this one. It is true as he puts 3 on the board. So after the made field goal, they'll kick it away and rely on their defense. Coming out with it, it's Gore. Gets it across the 20 to the 21, and not quite what he would have picked up just taking the touchback. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. The option look. He'll pitch it. Defense there to stop him after a gain of 1 to the 22. The Tigers racing to the line in the hurry-up. Wants to throw on 2nd down. He's got his man. He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a 1st down. A new set of downs after the completion. Got it behind the line. It's Peppers. Tackled immediately after the catch.
Well, it's important in this game, this offense gets the running back involved out in the perimeter in space where he can do some damage. That time they got it to him throwing the football. He picked up a couple of yards, but it gives the defense something to think about.
On target over the middle. And he was loose and not stopped until he gets to the 47-yard line. LSU getting set on 1st and 10. Quickly complete. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too. But don't forget, it's easier to pick up 2nd and 5, 3rd and 5 than it is when we start getting those long yardage situations.
Calls his own number. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Here comes the offense on 2nd down. Quarterback on the keeper. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Holding, offense.
They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Looking to pass. It's Allen. And he had it for a second, but it just dribbled out of his hands. This should be the last play of the quarter. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Get it out on the screen. Defense coming through and knocking him down for a loss, and that'll be the end of the 3rd period. And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the 4th. And now on 4th down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. Splits the uprights. It's good. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Fellas, a very interesting scene playing out right now in this marquee top 25 matchup. Oregon has some work to do, but go against this team at your own risk. The program who played in the first ever CFP championship is always a threat to come back. They're trailing by 9 to Fresno State. We'll circle back if anything big happens you need to know about.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Rice takes over the Owls, ready to get that offense cooking again. They'll run it to the right. That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5. Lost 5 on that first play, and now it's 2nd and 15. He's looking to throw. Caught over the middle. It's Rojas. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Passing game very effective on 2nd down. What about here on 3rd? Steps away to find some room. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line. Rice will be forced to send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Now a fair catch is called for and made just shy of midfield. 1st down here for the offense. Running back goes in motion. Looking to throw. Lets it fly. And it's caught inside the 20. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. 1st and goal from the 8.
You know, there's a lot of communication when it comes to defenses. Like, you have to talk, have to understand if somebody does this, I have to do this. I have to pass off wide receivers. Apparently, the communication was busted.
Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. Dragged down at the 6 after a pickup of 2. Offense trying to pay it off on 2nd and goal. He'll run it up the middle, trying to pick his way to the end zone. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. If they can pay off this 3rd and goal with a touchdown, it might be getting a little tough to swallow over there on the other sideline. And he was trying to cash in the end zone in this red zone threat, but it's incomplete. And this field goal attempt might be their chance to save themselves. And this, the seesaw back on top here in the 4th. Going right down the boulevard. And after the field goal, guys, they are back on top. So after putting 3 on the board, the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away. On the move from inside his 5. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. Rice has the ball back, and they're ready to send the offense back to the field. Boy, 3. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really, really quickly. They need to put something together here, Paul.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive, so they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this drive.
The RPO, fire complete to the left. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
They say tight ends are a quarterback's best friend in the pass game because think about it. The tight end's the guy lined up closest to the quarterback, which means generally those are the easiest throws a quarterback has. You saw it on that play.
Couldn't quite haul it in. They almost had their first pick here late in the game. Rice will be forced to send out the punt unit. On the return, it's Everett. Really explosive when he gets his hands on the ball, and he found a couple of crevices and made a nice game before being run out of bounds. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here, David.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
It's a nice game, but the big theme here is they just haven't been able to get the run game going on offense. They've been very one-dimensional. They're just not being physical enough at the point of attack.
Brought to the ground, but not before getting enough for the first down.
Well, the defense didn't blitz. They didn't have everybody in gaps, and the offensive line took advantage at the point of attack, getting some push, opening up a hole, and the offense ripping off a nice run there.
Relying on the run, he gets a couple before he's knocked down. Ball's at the 13. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. He'll pitch it. Obliterates him, still on the move. They'll finally get him stopped at the 1-yard line. What a run there. And this offense not only has a chance to extend the lead, but they can also drain that clock. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
And it's been a struggle for the run game for this offense. Man, this is something they hang their hat on. You saw last week, you saw the highlights, and just give it to the running back. Let him do his thing. Haven't been able to get him going. I don't know what's going on.
And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals.
You know, this guy's had a big role in this offense this year, especially when they get down close to the end zone. That's his 5th rushing touchdown on the year. He's been a factor for these guys offensively.
And he splits the uprights and pushes the lead to 8 here in the 4th. So they were handed a golden opportunity. Drive covers 25 yards. And they punctuated it with a 5-yard touchdown run. He'll bring it out. It's Wheeler. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Looking for a productive play on first down. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Got his man downfield. And he earns a first down, and boy, did he earn it after taking that lift. Rice rushes to the line.
This is the moment for this offense to put a drive together. It doesn't matter what's happened up to the point of this game, but you're trailing right now. You've got to put some points up on the board. This is where all 11 guys need to be playing together as one.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. To the air, it's Peace. Finds a soft spot in the middle. They get him at the 42, but he picked up 10 there. And the Owls getting set on 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. And they got him. He'll get him down for the sack. Second down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. That's the last thing you want as an offense, a negative play, a sack on first down. He's going to pass on second down. And his throw is incomplete.
Well, I know it hasn't been a tremendous day statistically for this quarterback, but his decision-making has been good enough to win this game. Hasn't thrown a lot of TDs so far, but when things aren't open, he throws it away like on that play right there. He's not putting his team in a bad spot, and that's why they still have a shot to walk out of here with a W.
They not only need to pick up this first down, they need to do it quickly, David.
And they got some yards on third down, so now the fourth down is a little bit easier, but late in the ball game, man, it's go time. We need points. We've got to get back in this football game.
Desperately wanted to convert on fourth down, but couldn't do it. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll try to keep this clock moving on the ground. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go.
Hold it. Offense.
We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. Line gets set, first down. Out of the gun to give to the back. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. They're in control. The clock is their friend. You'd have to expect another run here on 2nd and 6. He stops him at the 31, but not before. He picks up 10 yards on the play. It's 1st and 10 from the 31. Running back searching for a hole. They finally make the stop, but the big run is plenty to move those sticks for the first down. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. They're in the red zone, 1st and 10 from the 20. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior.
It's really important at this point of the game late that they at least get a field goal here to make this a two-possession game. So they're staying conservative. They're running the football, keeping it on the ground to execute that idea.
Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard. Let's see what they do on third down. You want to talk about building confidence? Coming through with clutch plays, making the winning plays at the right time can really set the course for the rest of the season.
Yeah, Reese, maturity and experience matters, and this team has guys that have played a lot of snaps, they've seen a lot of looks, and they've lost close games like this in the past. That wasn't the case today, David. Too many guys out there making big-time plays.
And I think belief is what you build. That confidence, you know you're going to win. You don't think you're going to win. You know you're going to make that play in the big moment and continue to build on week-to-week success. And you look up and you're like, dang, we strung a couple wins together.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.